Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Unlock Tuesday live stream. I am here every single Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern, to teach you all about real estate investing. Our goal is to help people buy and manage 1 to 3 rental properties per month. So that is really what we focus on. And you can watch us live on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube. We're adding TikTok soon. So wherever you are coming in from, I can see all of your comments in one place, which is awesome. And so I want these to be super interactive. I want to hear from you. I want to know who we're talking to. Today's focus, we are talking about probably top 5 most common questions that we always get is, should I invest in single family real estate or should I invest in multifamily real estate? So we are going to go over the pros and cons of each. This is going to be short and sweet, really awesome, action-packed. And if you guys want this slideshow, I will be happy to send it. So just comment below, just say slideshow, and we will get that over to you, okay? And so let's get to it. First, we're going to start with some definitions. So a single family home is a residential property designed for one family, typically standalone building with its own yard and no shared walls. That's a key part, is no shared walls. Then we have small multifamily. So this is anything from 2 to 4 separate units. Oh, we got some slideshows coming in. That's awesome. So anything from 2 to 4 separate living units with, maybe a shared common area, such as entrances and hallways, but each unit is functioning independently with its own kitchen, bathroom, living space. So duplex, triplex, up to quad. And then small apartment, so it's residential structure with 5 to 20 units, featuring shared common areas and, often managed by a small team. These are going to be anything, 5 to 20. So they're going to have more maintenance on the outside, that kind of thing. And then large apartment buildings. So this is 20 plus units. We are not going to really focus on that today. It is not a real hot topic of what people are buying in this group. If you are looking to buy 20 and plus units, there are fantastic, other Facebook groups out there, but we're going to focus on single family, small multi, and small apartments. So we're going to make this a little bit fun, and I am going to tell you the answer at the end, and there's going to be a little prize. What percentage of my personal portfolio do you think is in each category? So let me know in the comments. Do you think that we are, I don't want to even give you numbers, but what percent single family, what percent small apartments, and what percent small multi? I'm going to give you the answer at the end. Let us know in the comments. I see quite a few people on. And so if y'all want to play along, I promise the prize is going to be worth it. Oops. This should be on one slide. Okay. Well, that one a little crazy. These are 2 slides together, but basically questions to ask yourself. So what is my budget for available capital? How much money, if you are putting down 10 to 15%, which is pretty common with what we are doing on the BRRRR method, 10 to 15% down, you got to ask yourself, how much cash do I have to put down, right? And that's going to kind of limit maybe what you could buy. So you're going to ask yourself, what are my short-term and long-term investment goals? Am I trying to scale as fast as humanly possible? Am I more slow and steady wins the race? That is something for you to answer. Am I looking for a steady, rental income or more property appreciation? So each of these is going to have a little of both, but you got to kind of determine what's important to you. How big, fast do I want to scale? And am I prepared to handle the complexities of a larger property? There are definitely things that go into a larger property that you may not see in a small multifamily or a small single family or a small multi. So you would need to figure out yourself if that's important. So we're going to look at kind of 5 categories: barrier to entry, flexibility, scale, financing, exit strategies, and ongoing management. And you guys, sorry, when you get this, it'll be 2 separate slides. So let's look. Barrier to entry. So obviously single family is going to be the lowest barrier. It's the most affordable, the lowest purchase price. And when we're talking about, imagine in the same market, of course, a single family in Los Angeles very well could cost more than a multifamily here in Columbus. That very well could happen. So I'm not saying absolute. I'm saying in your market, very likely a single family is going to be less expensive, more affordable. It's going to be easier on financing. So a lot of these lenders that we're using are kind of new investor friendly. And because it's a bit of a less risky project, they're more willing to work with like first time investors. In the small multi, it gets a little bit a moderate barrier to entry, higher cost typically than a single family, but still super, super manageable, especially here in the Midwest. And your lenders are going to want to see a bit of experience. So you may not be getting a hard money loan on your first deal as with a small multi, but you very well could. It just depends on your situation. And then small apartments, it's going to be a higher barrier, of course, right? Higher purchase price, requires more capital, more management skills, and anything you're buying, 5+ units, your lender is absolutely going to need to see that you have experience managing them because they don't want to lend on that property and then have you drive it into the ground, right? So there's going to be a lot more checks and balances on the bigger units that you buy. Flexibility and scale. Single family is super, super flexible. It's going to be really easy to put on an Airbnb. If it's for some reason not working out, you can always move in as a rental. You can sell it. We'll get into exit strategy, but you're going to have a lot of flexibility because really a lot of people want a single family home. Once you get into the small multi, the 2 to 4 units, it's going to become a little bit more moderate on what you would actually need to consider as far as multiple units. So more flexible than larger properties. And then small apartments is, moderate and rental income for multiple units, but more complex management and more complex financing. So this is kind of like overall. And then when we get into the actual financing itself, single family, of course, is going to be the easiest. Like tons of lenders will lend on a single family home. It's viewed as less risky, so you're going to have more lenders. You can use hard money, private money, conventional, FHA, VA, wide range of loan types. Small multi, you're going to have a bit of a higher risk, and the terms of your loan may reflect that higher risk and may require some different loan types. So we're going to get into what I think is the best bonus of multifamily investing. And you'll see. So if you're buying as an investor, there's hard money and private money would really be your two main probably options. But then, like I said, if you are buying as an individual who may happen to also be living there, then that's going to open up conventional FHA, VA, if you're house hacking. And then once you get into apartments, it's definitely more complex. You're going to have fewer buyers, but it's still manageable. Often involves raising a round of funding from investors. So if you are buying something in the millions of dollars, if you don't have that capital, then you are probably raising the down payment, which is very, very possible, but just requires that kind of higher level of knowledge and skill. And then we get into exit strategy. Like I said, a single family is super, super easy on how you can kind of move around and change your strategy. And if you need to sell, there are so many buyers looking for single family homes. Small multi can attract both investors and homeowners. Okay. And then small apartments, you're going to have fewer buyers than single family homes, but the folks that are buying small apartments often, there is competition because everyone wants small apartments. So you're still going to have those buyers out there. It's just a smaller percentage of the buyer pool. And last but not least, we have ongoing management. And this is probably the one that I would consider most when I am asking myself, what type of property do I want to do? do I want to buy? Because you can figure out your financing, you can figure out your exit strategies. But I think the biggest distinctions come from the ongoing management section. So, fewer tenants for single family, fewer tenants, and, sometimes less maintenance, because a lot of times people take ownership in their home and little stuff, they're going to kind of fix it themselves. And, I'm not asking our residents to do that, but tons of people, they make a house a home and they take ownership of the property. So often you can see less management or maintenance. But the downside is these are going to be scattered across multiple locations. So unless you're buying like a whole city block, then your units are probably going to be spread out around a city or a neighborhood. They're not just going to be like, one-stop shop. Whereas small multi and small apartments, you absolutely can have, all your units are in one location. So we like to say, one roof, one mortgage makes it simplified in some ways, but you're going to have more maintenance costs as far as like the ongoing care. On our single family, our residents handle lawn care. On anything two or more units, we handle lawn care. We handle snow removal. We handle the utilities, and not all utilities, but like the water bill, and our residents will pay us back monthly. So there's more moving parts when you get into these buildings. You have to make sure that all of your lawn care is done, right? Another tricky one, and I say this all the time, is you would think this would not be as difficult as it is, but pest control on multiple units is actually a real challenge, because in a single family home, if someone happens to bring roaches, it is very clear who is responsible, right? When you get into a multi-unit situation and someone has roaches, everyone is pointing. No, it was them. No, it was them. No, it was them. Same thing. So it's just harder to have anyone take responsibility for their actions in a multifamily. Same thing goes along with parking. The parking is like, so-and-so parked in my spot, or so-and-so is being too loud. The ongoing management in multi-units, for me personally, because we self-manage everything in-house, is more effort, but the trade-off is that one roof, one mortgage. So what do I think is the number one best part of single family is that people tend to stay longer and they pay more. So everyone wants a house. Not everyone. Majority of renters in our market, they want a single family home. They want that backyard. They want that garage. They want a basement. They want to like have a home. Even if they're renting, they want it to feel like a home. So once people find that, and we're very pet friendly, so once they find a place that their pets can stay, they have a yard, they make it a home and they stay. And then of course, just in general, market rent is going to be higher on a single family than on a multi. And that's true in our market. Could be different in yours. So definitely something to check. Best part of a multifamily, and I kind of already alluded to this, is that an owner can house hack and get owner-occupant financing options, meaning you can put an FHA loan, you can put a conventional loan, you're going to have better financing terms, but the caveat is you actually need to live in one of the units. So if you are starting off as a new investor, the beginning, like a duplex up to a 4-unit is fantastic because you live in one and you rent out the other 1 to 3. And you have that rental income coming in. And the idea is that it pays the mortgage, or at least pays, offsets majority of the mortgage. So you're living for free. And honestly, this is how I started. I was house hacking by renting rooms, single rooms. And so it was still in a single family home, but really, really, really small multis. And those are going to be like the best part of buying this, in my opinion. So like I told you guys, this was going to be short and sweet. Survey results. Oh my gosh, y'all let me see what people have said. So Brian saying 70 single family, 25 multi, 5 apartment. Okay, a little high. Appreciate that. Caesar saying 60, 30, 10. I think y'all just saw the answer. Raghav says 70% singles or duplexes. Okay, there's some good answers here. There's some good answers. So the prize is whoever is the closest on this, and I'll probably have to go back and look at it a little closer, is that we are going to do one-on-one coffee. You guys, I'll reach out to you. We'll book something on the calendar, and we'll just chat about your real estate goals and all that. So willing to give you some time for the best guess. So here's your answers. We have currently 72 doors, 56 are single family. So that's 78. And then 16 are small multis. So that's where we are. I really, really appreciate you guys all for being here. I hope this has cleared up any questions that you've had on which one you should do. Does anyone if y'all have any questions, throw them in the chat and I will answer them right after this. And thank you all so much for being here. Bye.